look forward to the Bike Sport News Superstock 600s. Hats off, Steve's on the grid.
Well, this is the championship that everyone's been talking about. Great racing all season. Yesterday, Sam Ludgate got his first ever race win with us after a few crashes, shall we say, and I'll mention those in a minute. Second position, Adam Robinson got himself right in there in the championship. Third place, local rider Jamie Harris back with us. Curtis Wright from 18th on the grid managed to get himself in fourth place. And if we just quickly look into the second row here, you can see Tom Meehan and Paul Wishart. They both crashed out at Club Corner yesterday. Really cost them some valuable points. They'll be looking for a podium again here.
Yes, an absolute cracker in prospect. So many likely winners. And Sid this time says, watch the lights, goes on his march. We're going to keep a beady eye on the start because, my goodness me, there are some likely candidates here. Away they go. And Tom Meehan, you can't really miss it with that glorious Dayglow pink machine there in leading five, all snaking under braking. That was an amazing shot coming into the banking there, Steve.
Yeah, I think Paul Wishart there suddenly realised I need to brake for the banking corner and went down a gear too many perhaps, but either way he's kept it on the ice, which is good news. Paul Wishart, the Scotsman, who, well, he was leading by a country mile in the wet yesterday, and unfortunately crashed at the final corner, much to the delight of Tom Meehan, who was already standing there after crashing himself. But Sam Ludgate it was that took the 25 points, but it's Wishart that leads number 68, just behind him, Adam Robinson. You've got to say that you have to be impressed with his performances of late.
Yeah, absolute cracker, and he's another one of these incredibly talented and really still very young British riders. And, well, frankly, if anybody out there wants to invest in the next layer of talent that's really going to make it big on the international scene, they needn't look too far from a number of riders on this grid in particular. Adam Robinson, another graduate from the Aprilia Super Teens, and far too tall now to ride those sort of machines. An absolute mustard he's proving on the 600. But Paul Wishart, well, Scotland's finest, really. We've said it before, Steve, and we're going to be doing it all season, I'm sure. He's learning as he goes because he hasn't been to any of the circuits that we're racing at before, and he's literally every yard of every race is a new experience for him. He just likes learning them from the front.
He does, yes. He's a raw talent, because to come somewhere like this and be able to be at the front is something. Adam Robinson here, they're in second position. Looks like he's lining up a move just a bit further behind. Nick Anderson, another championship contender. There's Wishart. Oh, and Nick Anderson, just as I mentioned that, commentator's curse, he runs on a little bit. Easy to do up into Rocket. It's a blind entry. We've seen one or two things go wrong there. Jamie Harris also up into the top three along with Ludgate.
Yeah, luckily there is that extra piece of tarmac on the outside of the circuit there at Rocket Inn, and that can contain the odd mistake at the top of the hill. Look at Tom Meehan, beautifully done as they come down off the corkscrew and through Club Corner. Meehan up into third.
Yeah, Wishart leads then, number 68 here. Robinson in second, and Tom Meehan's now challenging him. There's only a handful of points separating these three overall, so it's very important for them all to stay in their saddles. Harris just behind them looking for some. Nick Anderson there, 47. He really looks, he wants to get on the podium again, and he's had a couple of steady rounds, and I'm sure that he'll be looking to try and get himself back on the rostrum in the next few events. But look at this at the front here. Wishart 68 from Robinson 17, and then Meehan on the bright orange machine just in third.
Yeah, Paul Wishart just holding it at the moment as they run up the hill towards Rocket Inn. And look at Tom Meehan, he just nicks in between them, and he does them both in one fell swoop. That was mega from Meehan. 33 goes to the front. Beautifully done, Steve.
Yeah, the GT Hornsey rider there. You can't do any better than that into Rocket from third to first in one swoop. Great stuff, but Wishart's not done with just yet as they make their way into the corkscrew. And Harris is now joining in the fun. He's in fourth, just behind Adam Robinson.
Oh, when he just took a slightly different line through Club Corner, and yes, he's containing himself there, sort of sat up and looked to just restore a little bit of equilibrium. But yes, those three at the front, a lap or so ago, have broken away, and they've really been chased back. We got half a dozen of them in with a genuine shout now, but it's Tom Meehan up the front. And you're right, Steve, as you were saying just a moment ago, at this stage, even at this stage, oh, as down goes. Is that Ollie Harris?
It is, yes, it is. Yep.
What a shame for Ollie, but at this stage of the season, there are so many capable young riders out there that none of them dare have a DNF. There's no point having a DNF when all around your ears there are guys taking points off you.
Just as you say that there, Jamie Harris out of the saddle and has to give up position to Sam Ludgate. But yeah, exactly what you're saying there. It is all about points-making prizes in this class, and they don't want to be wiping each other out. Tom Meehan and Paul Wishart, after failing to score points in the last race especially, will want to take some solid points, because Adam Robinson in third there is doing the sensible thing. He's staying on the seat and he's just keeping an eye on things at the front.
Yep, Meehan then leads, just popping in a fastest lap of the race so far, so he is really pushing on out the front. He's not letting up, having got himself a bit of daylight. We saw Andy Dudgeon there, number 19 on his Kawasaki, but it's back with the leaders. Yeah,
Robinson's moved up into second position past Paul Wishart now, so Robinson is going to make chase to Tom Meehan, the leader of the race, number 33. A bit further back, that's one of the Shellcocks, that's Matthew Shellcock there.
Yep, meanwhile, the leader still with the advantage. Here he comes through club, across the start-finish line. Just a little glance there, perhaps, from Adam.
Oh, look at this!
Goodness me!
That's a big crash for Tom Meehan. That's a very quick place to come off at target corner, and that's going to hurt. The back end there just came out a little bit. Let's have a look. Early on the power, high side. Oh, he's so lucky not to get collected by the bike, but that is still going to hurt.
Yep, that is good night Vienna as far as his race is concerned, and we have seen him sit up, so that's the good news. But dear oh dear, Tom Meehan, when he was leading so handsomely and with just a lap to go, well, it leaves Adam Robinson out the front, but Paul Wishart is still pushing hard. Another personal fastest lap to him, and you can see, well, it's just Peel and the corkscrew really to go. There's nothing Wishart surely can do about it at this stage, but this has been an immaculate ride, really, from Adam Robinson, and what a well-judged and well-deserved victory in the end. Sid gives him the checker flag and he hangs on for grim death. That is an increasingly strong breeze now, but Adam Robinson well pleased with his work, and Paul Wishart, another excellent race from him, congratulating each other. And Robinson, Wishart, Sam Ludgate then finished third, Jamie Harris was fourth, Marty Lennon got up to fifth, and Nick Anderson finished sixth. And there we see the tall figure of Adam Robinson in between Paul Wishart and Sam Ludgate.
Another win for Adam Robinson. Tom Meehan went out of it, so the championship's quite close between you and Paul, but he was closing on you in the end there. Did you have a look over your shoulder and spot him any time?
Yeah, I kept checking back because I was getting nervous, you know, how close we could get if I had enough chance to cool it down. I saw he was a couple of seconds behind, so I got backed off a couple of times just to be able to finish the race ahead of him, so close but worth it.
How's the tyres wearing out there today?
The tyres wearing well, like the same tyres from qualifying yesterday, but just had to slide towards the end, whether that's overheating or not, but it's working well for me. Like.
And of course, the usual thanks to the family, etc.
Yeah, thank you to my mum and dad for sorting me out and all that. It's me and my brother recently, so it's double trouble. Like, I was at the Rocket Centre for helping me out. Couldn't really do much about other people like that. Thank you.